Yo, everybody, this is Purge, and we're watching MTW versus DTS. Well, I'm sorry, we're actually on Western Wolves. Excuse me. I talked about a couple of rumors that were going around. I heard that Synderen was going to be joining a lot of Western Wolves players, and it looks like they have Kebab as well. So that is apparently their new roster. I believe this is the same team that just played the previous set under some AKAs, but maybe, well, let me see. Maybe they switched accounts or something weird like that. Let's see. See if they have Remainer names from what we just saw. No, I think they're playing on different accounts. They must have multiple Steam profiles for when they decide to off-race or something. See, that guy actually covered it, but maybe they don't all have. Yeah, I don't know, but Kebab for sure was in the last game. I'm pretty sure this is what the new team setup is going to be. I think MTW is going to disband and reform like this with 3 there. So 3 from Western Wolves plus Kebab, who used to be on GGNet a long time ago. But anyways, we're watching DTS versus Western Wolves. I'm going to have trouble getting between... I changed my starboard wrong. It actually says MTW currently, but I'm going to change it to Western Wolves. I actually don't know if I have a French flag, now that I think about it. I don't think I've ever casted a Western Wolves game. Nope, I have. Good. Magical flag. Alright, there we go. It's technically Western Wolves. This is scheduled to be to DTS, a DTS versus Western Wolves game, but at this point, most of the games don't matter a whole lot, but for the teams themselves, they just kind of want to get practice, so I'm not sure if this match ends up impacting whether or not who goes the top 4. The top 4 of Star Series does end up going to a tournament, a LAN tournament in Kiev, which is going to be very soon, I believe in the next 2 weeks ago or so, but this will surely be a sweet game, so. Anyways, first round bans, we see an Invoker as well as a Enigma, Enchantress, and then a Lycan Broodmother. So Broodmother getting thrown in the mix, Enigma as well a little bit early. And finally we're going to see a Rikimaru pick. So Nature's Prophet will be the first pick for DTS. Western Wolves goes for a Chen. We'll see if DTS goes for their old Clinks. They love Clinks. One of the DTS's players changing his name to Bone Fletcher. They're actually going to go with a Chen plus a Beastmaster. Interesting choice. Tidehunter will be drafted by DTS. Clinks possibility? Clinks? Clinks? No, it's a Windrunner. That's okay. I feel like I've seen enough Clinks now where I'm okay just not seeing Clinks. But they're going to go with really boring picks. Nature's Prophet, Tidehunter plus Windrunner. Very, very strong heroes. Tide Ravage is amazing. Shackleshot is amazing. Nature's Prophet can TP anywhere on the map every 20 seconds. It's just really good. It is really strong. And Western Wolves gets 1 pick. We'll see if they ban Clinks second round. They may do it. DTS has been playing a lot of Clinks. They also draft Bane very often as well, which is kind of weird. And Kunkka, that was that other weird hero that they play. They play a lot of Kunkka. It's like, whoa, you're playing Kunkka? Are you really? Are you sure? Was that a mispick? But so far it's been serious. They did a lot of Shadow Demon Kunkka. And it worked really good. It owned the crap out of EG, but that was because it was like Solo Lich. And Solo Lich can be picked off with a couple of disables, so. Shadow Shaman will be the last draft for Western Wolves. I don't know if Leaf is out of the team. He's a player that went from Panzer to Western Wolves, and he played with them for a couple weeks. They didn't have the best results, and apparently he has left the team or something. I don't know. Maybe they were just reforming with Synderen Kebab here, but second round bans, we'll see a Darkseer. And they have a couple more picks. Maybe a Clink second round. Raiding team looking for maybe 1 support, so there will be a Venomancer ban. I think that's the smart ban from Synderen. Prevents the Radiant team from counter-pushing heroes like Chen as well as Beastmaster Shadow Shaman. They will still have Power Shot and Treants. Treants are very, very frustrating to counter-push against because you have to throw a couple nukes usually. They'll need probably both Shadow Shaman's Ether Shock as well as Beastmaster Axes to clean them up, at least effectively. We have a couple more picks coming. 1 ban for each team.
5 seconds remaining.
Looks like the Radiant team probably going to go for probably a support hero. Dire team still needs a support. Crystal Maiden, Vengeful Spirit, those are all options. Not sure which one they'll pick up though. I feel like the Dire team could use something like a Crystal Maiden. Venge isn't really that required right now. Venge is good at ganking heroes like Windrunner, but Crystal Maiden would fill in the gaps against all the other ones, especially something like Frostbite against Tide. In case he's initiating, just keep him in position, everybody runs away kind of a thing. And Crystal Maiden is obviously really strong at ganking. The AoE slow, the Frostbite, it's a lot of disable that you can't apply.
Dire team back.
And they're actually going to ban out a Spectre, so they don't want to have to deal with the Spectre. They've been watching the games. Western Wolves has been playing a lot of Spectre. Played it twice now. Won the previous game with it. Won the game before that with it. So their Spectre has been very effective.
Radiant team pick.
Last Strike will be the last ban from Western Wolves. Very smart ban. Another really, really strong support pushing hero. His ability to take towers is really strong, especially with something like a Nature's Prophet. You can even take towers super fast, really, really early on in the game. Stuff like just do a Nature's Prophet spawn, a couple Treants there to take the tower, and then let the Edict do the full damage. And then repeat that 2 or 3 times. If there's an undefended tower, you will have a dead tower. So
5 seconds remaining.
now there's the first pick for DTS. It's going to be a Clinkz, so they are going to play Clinkz. It is their carry man. His name is Bone Fletcher, for God's sakes. He can't just not play Clinkz right now. And the nice thing about Clinkz is not only does he counter Chen, he can use Death Pact on Chen, which is his ultimate. What it does is it destroys the unit, gives him the gold and the EXP, and then he gets a bonus to damage as well as HP. So if he uses that on a high HP neutral unit, or even a creep, he boosts up his damage and his HP. He can use that in team fights, but usually what you see is, you see a Clinkz run in the jungle, snag a neutral creep, run back in the lane, and get last hits. Or take a neutral, go for ganks, things like that. There's a period of time where it's useful. So he can actually use that actively during team fights if it's off cooldown against that Chen. So Sand King will be picked up by Western Wolves now, which is going to give them some great team fight as well as low cooldown stunning. It's very important that Sand King's ulti is also an AoE. If you can land stuns on multiple heroes during a team fight, it is very, very valuable. It's not something that is easily done. And not to mention, he can have good positioning as well with Blink Dagger or other things like that. And DTS's last pick is going to be Queen of Pain. And this is very similar to what they pick pretty much every time that I've seen them play. They pick a lot of Clinkz, and they also like Queen of Pain quite a lot. Some teams really favor the Queen of Pain. Her ability to do solo farm, she's a pretty strong solo mate. It's hard to gank her pretty much. That's one nice thing about it. She can always blink past. Unlike a hero like Shadow Shaman, it's difficult to gank her. And her burst is also very good. She has team fight, she has burst. Scream of Pain, that ulti is very strong.
5 seconds remaining.
And now we have one more pick for Western Wolves.
Reserve.
Looking at a support here probably, unless we see support Sand King, which I guess it's going to be. They're going to pick up a Tinker, so that was, last game was actually an XKZ drafting Tinker, but this time it's going to be MTW going with him. It will give them some good counter push. It wasn't enough in the previous game. That was mostly because Spectre got too farmed and they were winning team fights and then pushing. It wasn't like a 5v5 team push and they ended up out pushing. It was a ganking into push situation. So in those cases, Tinker is not that useful. Heroes have to be alive for him to defend usually. So now heroes are the players are just waiting to pick up their heroes, and we're going to get into the picking. Or the actual gameplay itself. Not really sure. They're probably going to lane Tinker mid, support SK with a jungling Shen. So SK is going to be really late on his dagger if he ever gets it, which is a little scary because his epicenter is very unlikely to be used effectively.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Shadow Shaman, maybe we'll see Shadow Shaman hard support. That's also a possibility. But they could do Beastmaster bottom, Chen jungle, and then a Rasta SK, I guess, with the Tinker mid. Or we'll see a Tinker SK top with Rasta mid, Beastmaster bottom. Not sure. Anyways, for DTS, we have Bone Fletcher playing the Clinkz. Are you surprised, guys? Always Want to Fly going to be playing Tyrant. We have Red Star on the Queen of Pain. Free Winner playing the Nature's Prophet. And we are missing one guy. M. Apparently it is Gold Black. Gold Black playing... that's Free Winner, I believe. He is their captain. I don't remember who Bone Fletcher is. I don't remember what his original... Let's do some fancy ping checking. I'm just curious. So, Pretty Even Kebab has just about the lowest. Western Wolves a little bit higher, but those are all pretty reasonable pings, so. For the Dire team, we have Kebab playing the Chen once again. Shakska is going to be playing the Tinker, Cinderin on the Shadow Shaman, Effing Mad on Sanking, and Funzi will be playing the Beastmaster. So, nice Bone Fletcher by Bone Fletcher. I can't wait to say that. I'm going to say it. And we have a really high quality Bone Fletcher in this game. And it looks like Windrunner is going to be soloing top lane for DTS here. Observer wards, a little bit of stats and some tangos. So this will leave space for either fast phase boots or a Basilius or something like that. Western Wolves, starting the game off, going to be roaming towards the top lane. Mid is going to be Red Star for the Queen of Pain. And on the bot we have Tidehunter, as well as Bone Fletcher playing the Clinks. So, you surprised? I should probably look up his real name. I can't remember what it is. Steam profile. That is a creepy image. And Jackal. Okay, he is Jackal. I forgot. Sorry about that. Free winner, Nature's Prophet. That's Gold Black, also known as Free Winner. Just didn't care about changing his name, I suppose. But DTS has been doing pretty good lately. They're a very strong team for sure. Dire team ended up pressuring. I assume Windrunner ended up spotting their team and backed up. So, but Sand King looking like he wants to rune control. He's got about 16 seconds here. And Beastmaster going for a fast earn. And he is going to perhaps solo the bot lane. There's a Treant going to scout things out a little bit. They'll try to fight over this rune a little bit. Beastmaster baiting out the axes. And it's going to be an invis. He wasn't actually going to throw those. It wouldn't have been worth it. But he does pick up the invis. We're going to see Beastmaster block him. So he does know where he is. And there's the Observer Ward. So they're going to drop down an Observer Ward to prevent the Ancient spawn from happening. Which means that Tinker, if he so wishes, will not be able to get Merchant Machines mix. He's actually going to go for a really fast Soul Ring here. Interesting choice. Plus Tangos. And he has decent last hitting power. Plus 4, so that's not too bad. So Clink's on the bot lane being supported by a Tidehunter versus a Beastmaster. So Beastmaster will be forced back a little bit. Radiant team actually bought 2 sets of wards, it looks like. So 1 ward here, 1 ward here, and 1 ward here. This is very, very unlikely to counter warded. That position is almost never warded, especially this early in the game. But that's why I put it there. No one's going to put a sentry to block that spot. If they put a sentry up, it'll probably be up here, or maybe even like right here. Cinderin taking a little bit of poison damage here. Queen of Pain going for super fast bottle. We'll have that on the way now. And thus far has been doing some good last hitting. We'll see a little bit more harass coming down on him. And M's going to back off, eats 1 missile off the bat. Tinker also going for Merchant Machines. It's really interesting how much Tinker gets played now because of this March shift. All it took was EG to play him once and go for the Ancient stacking and see how good his farm rate was. And now all the teams are doing it. It's pretty interesting. Here's an Observer Ward down by Windrunner. I don't know if this will counter this spawn or not. We'll see. I'll keep an eye on that, but it also gives very good vision of the jungle. Always, when you're placing a ward, guys, make sure that you think about if your hero was standing there, what could they see? They could see this little chunk of space. They could also see over here, and obviously this entire grouping. So, any Chen gank that does come is going to be viewable by the Windrunner. In the meantime, she has 0 EXP, something that she has not been able to snag yet. Shakska does tank the creeps under the tower, and it looks like it did actually spawn something, so we'll keep an eye on that in a second. But Red starts trading with Cinderin. Once again, Cinderin on a cooldown for Aethershock, and he's going to bottle back up. Nature's Prophet snags a DD on the bot lane, and it's going to do some good damage to Funzi. Great blocking for Always Wanna Fly so far. Doing an awesome job trying to get a little bit more damage. Looking for a Gush. Is on cooldown, though, and a couple more hits on Funzi. Very, very good play. Actually, are they going to go for it? There's the spawn. There's the damage, and a couple more hits here. And yes, the tower is going to go take down the Tidehunter, but they get the first blood, so absolutely worth it there. Nature's Prophet picks that up. That's a nice little gold advantage. And Beastmaster immediately TPs back down to the bot lane due to his respawn. Nice little gank. I think that trade was completely worth it. Not only did they get extra gold, they also got EXP that puts Tidehunter up to level 2, Nature's Prophet up to level 2 as well. That was very cool. But with Free Winner in the jungle, he's going to have not a whole lot of mana. Bone Fletcher continued some harass. Now he does have a 2-level advantage. It will take a little bit of axe damage, but that's not a huge issue. And Clink's actually just waiting to skill his next ability. But once again, Searing Arrows does a lot of damage. Every time he throws it off, 30 bonus damage. Makes it quite easy to last hit as well as harass. And Windrunner continuing to heal up. SK looking like he wants the pressure. He's going to pick up a level 3. And Windrunner not getting a lot of EXP or farm. So let's check the gold graph to see how far the game is coming along. Radiant team has slight advantage due to the first blood. Apparently it was very, very close until that point. And Queen of Pain doing a little bit of Scream of Pain harass on Synderen. Red Star continuing to get good last hits. Let's check individual last hits at least. For the mid lane, we have 18 and 5 on the Queen of Pain up against a Shadow Shaman at 14 and 1. So slight advantage towards Queen of Pain. Nothing super significant by any means. So bot lane, Clinkz is on free farm pretty much up to 22 and 7. Compare that to the other free farmer, which is Tinker. He's up to 16 and 6, 17 and 6. So Clinkz is doing very, very well. And Beastmaster going to snag the regen rune, prevents Tidehunter from grabbing that, but that's not a huge loss. He's just about as low as he was previously. I don't necessarily like that gush there. He does have 2 clarity potions, I guess, but that didn't really accomplish anything at all. That's a level 1 gush. That's pretty much a waste of 120 mana. Might go for more pressure. Clinkz is on the other side. He's going to pick up still no treads or anything. It looks like his items flying out. And it's going to be a double Wraithband plus an Aqua plus a Wraithband. Very good item decision. He won't have boots yet, but his base damage is going to be huge as a result of his agility being so high. And Synderen taking nukes once again. Red Star has to be very careful about the War Trap. He's actually going aggressive. There's the Hex. Synderen might be in some trouble. The ulti gets casted in 1 hit. Nice pickup by Red Star. Great play there. Synderen goes down. Gonna see a pause from Western Wolves. Not sure what that is about. Alright, and they're resuming. So this is going to give him an Aqua plus a Wraithband. It's going to give him up to 18 plus 6, so 24 damage being applied to Clinkz basically with these 2 items. Gets 9 from the Aquila. I'm sorry, up to 15 from an Aquila, because it does give a lot of agility and other stats as well. And Wraithband gives 9, so it's a very, very nice damage bonus. Every harass is going to matter. And he tries to pick off the board. Nice job by Funzy. Denying that one, preventing that gold and EXP from being applied. FE Mad continuing to pull. He's up to level 3 now. So continuing to play support SK. Shoxka now level 6. Is there any stacking yet? Yeah, there's at least do a neutral camp. It looks like they're not really stacking anything here, so picking up Rearm on level 6 does allow him to cast March in the Sheens a little bit, do some nice pushing, but that's about it. And Kabap as well, Sand King coming in for a gank. They actually did counterward this. Wow. Okay, actually did counterward that ward. That is pretty weird. Really surprised they actually counterwarded up there, but here comes the dive. M is being juked. The March in the Sheens is being used. Great juking from M so far. Oh, this is so good. Such good play by M. Wow. That was really, really well done. That was a guaranteed death. Otherwise, they're going to take the tower, but keeping himself alive was awesome. So he jukes through. I think he ate... Yeah, he ate this tree. And then ran through here all the way through as far as he could. Power shot out. That was so good. Does a power shot to slow this down. He might be able to hold it off, but took a lot of damage from March in the Sheens there. No, he's not going to. The tower will fall. That's a 4 hero. Guaranteeing the last hit. Tower goes down, so good gold advantage now going to them. Nature's Prophet about to finish his Hand of Midas, so you will be finding that out just now. He can use that against Chen creeps if it's off cooldown. And also just to accelerate his farming EXP. Ward's now dropped on the second tower, and MTW, I'm sorry, Western Wolves, thus far, great strategies. Able to clear off the creep wave. They just have to tank up for just a little bit of time here. Synderen is going to take a couple hits, got to keep those wards alive, but Centaur giving some nice attack speed as well. And that's going to be a tier 2 tower now. In the meantime, Red Star trying to pressure mid a little bit, but with only a Queen of Pain, it's not really the best hero to go for that. So Shadow Shaman gets the last hit, and all of a sudden MTW or Western Wolves is probably, Graph is probably going to jump down to about here or so. Pretty nice gold Graph advantage. But on the downside, Clinkz has still been free farming. Picks up his Sage's Mask, probably going to make an Oblivion Staff. It usually goes Oblivion before I see him grab Treads. It's going to be a little bit of a gush on the Beastmaster. Big hits now, 150. TP's coming, but Funzy in a lot of trouble. Needs one more hit, and Tide, no Ravage yet, is looking for the kill. He's juking as far as possible. There's the Anchor Smash, guaranteeing that pickoff. Bone Fletcher's in, and actually Tidehunter able to barely make it out there. Effing Man not blocking him in. Good TP support, but it was just a Sand King, unfortunately. It looks like he maybe missed his stun or something, because maybe he did hit Bone Fletcher. I'm not quite sure, but he does have death backed up. We'll be able to get EXP in the jungle. Always want to fly, may just sit here and wait till the Ancients get cancelled again. And Synderen roaming towards a bot rune. He's actually only level 6, very, very under leveled at the moment. Courier's going to actually fly out. Oh, he's bringing himself a ward. There's the Tidehunter. There's the SK. He knows what's coming. There's the wards. Here comes the wards drop, and now he's going to be running away. He's going to get stunned as well by effing Mad. This is going to be his death here. Stayed a little bit too long for that one, but a couple hits. There's the Anchor Smash. Gets picked off. Once again, they just want to decrease the possibility of Tinker going into Excel farm mode. He is not even that concerned with it, though. He's literally just in the jungle in the meantime, picking out lots of creeps. He will be on cooldown, but still does not have Boots of Travel. But it's 8 minutes in. This is a really fast Boots of Travel if he does get it. So Shadow Shaman picks up the Queen of Pain on the mid lane. Couple chain stuns there. Sorry, I missed that one. There's a haste rune on Shadow Shaman. Hex into a shackle. Probably a stun after that. And wards are dropped. So mid tower now being pressured. We're gonna have Always Wanna Fly shown up for this one. Still level 5, not level 6. So cannot ulti this. And whoever's blue, that is going to be Nature's Prophet TPing back to base. Nature's Prophet really hasn't contributed a whole lot this game. And mid tower is going to go down. Tidehunter might get caught. Effing Mad. Looking like he wanted to go in, but decides against it. And Bone Fletcher now level 8. 3 levels of Ghost Walk. Or Skeleton Walk, excuse me. No intents of Copyright Blizzard. Copyright infringement, that is. Almost spots a Greater Hawk, but he's going to buy his Oblivion Staff now, so 10 attack speed, 15 damage, 6 intel, and a lot of regen. So this will boost his regen up to pretty decent margins, where he can now run into the jungle, steal death packs, probably go for this Alpha Wolf perhaps. Not the best creep to snag, but nope, he's going for a big one, so he's going to find a Wildkin. It's a pretty good damage bonus from that one, and now he's up to 122 plus 27, as well as 1200 HP, so very healthy damage. And Shoxka doing some rearms, looking to push out this wave a little bit more. Boots of Travel and Soul Ring is ready to go, so his pushing abilities are huge. Maybe it'll be like last game, though. There are some games where Tinkers just get bursted down. But with bot lane being pushing, Radiant Team just now showing up. Looks like Windrunner just boots with a Basilius. And Tinker does leave, so Tinker backing out. Tide being a little bit careful. Pressure on the mid lane as well. They tried to take mid, but not able to do so. And Hannah Midas on cooldown, he has been using that. I haven't really seen Chen do a whole lot this game either, going for the top lane. Goldgraph is at 1k advantage for the Dire team, so just a very slight advantage. It's not that bad, considering that they've taken 2 towers already. Could be way worse. Might be able to catch Tinker looking for Shackle. No, they don't go on him. Ah, that would have been scary though. Look at all the march. Look at these machines, man. It's so strong. I mean, they might have been able to get that. I think they could have gotten the kill, but they might have died as well. Machines just do too much damage, pretty much. Would have made that very dangerous. TP coming back in, looking like they want to take the tier 1 tower bot. Funzy does have 2 Urn charges, plus a Roar. Looking for Roar and Windrunner. He's going to do it. There's the Roar. Coming for some axes. Urn as well being used, and another missile. That's a guaranteed kill. Heal is used, but it's not enough. There's a Buckler recipe up on Shen. He's going to pick up his Buckler any second here, but the bot tower in a lot of trouble. Top tower as well gets picked off. Wow. Effing Mad kills Queen of Pain, surprisingly. Didn't even channel an Epicenter. Not sure what happened there, but Shen takes his tower there. In the meantime, trying to take bot tower. Missiles coming in and Always Want to Fly. He does have 3 Anchor Smash, but Tide Ravage is up. Nature's Prophet looking for a kill. TP comes in. It's going to be Queen of Pain. They can't find him. He does do a ranged attack, though, so they see him now. Looking for the blink and traps him in. Catching Kebab. There's the nukes. Eats a test of faith, but has to be a little careful about the march. Great ganking by Kebab so far. Beastmaster pressuring. There's the Gush now. Looking for maybe a Ravage, but the ulti comes through. And another Screaming Pain ulti, or heal as well, from Chen. SK stun through, looking for the Epicenter. Tide Ravage. No, he doesn't have it. He's late. Pops the wand a second too late. Sinking still goes down, though. Nature's Prophet gets dropped by Cinderin. Now going for the double. There's Kebab dropping down, going for the Ward Trap. There's the Entangle on Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is going to end up dying. Pops the wand, but it's not enough. Cinderin drops as well. And DTS getting 4 kills there. Absolutely worth it. They lost Queen of Pain. They lost Nature's Prophet. Unfortunately, Tide Ravage was just a second too late. He didn't have the mana. He popped his wand, then Ravaged. Could have kept Nature's Prophet in a higher HP margin. Maybe kept him alive, but sad loss there. But still, a great team fight from them. Winning a nice team fight like that is huge when they have mostly a pushing lineup. They obviously do have a hard carry, so if DTS can get this go late game, they will definitely win. Late game, I guess. That's a pretty broad statement, but still. Now, Always Want to Fly, gonna find an invisibility rune. He also grabs an arcane boost. Still a Kraken shell for him. A little bit of a interesting choice, but If he does get caught by a hero like Shadow Shaman, chain disables could happen. So Kraken Shell at points like that are sometimes good. M is going to eat some disablers, another stun, and the Tinker's missile comes through. Great gank there. Tinker always showing up where he needs to be, but they will be able to take the bot tower now. They're not going to be able to react in time, so it's one of the scary things about Tinker. He can be pretty much anywhere at any time, so wherever there's a creep, the gank will come. You probably would have expected something similar out of Nature's Prophet, but unfortunately he's not nearly as strong of a hero early game as the Tinker is with Boots of Travel, so... And not to mention that Nature's Prophet has been in the jungle this whole game. He went Hand of Midas, he's going into a mech next. He will have a Buckler picked up soon, but... Clinkz does get dusted, takes a little bit of damage. It'll be a one missile, but no big deal. He's got a double Oblivion Staff. He's about to finish his Orchid. His HP's still pretty low, but can use a Death Pact. Chen's gonna steal all the good creeps. What a bastard. Looks like we're gonna see a kill bot lane. Sand King goes down. It's gonna be Necro 3 Queen of Pain, so we did see this played by Dare. It's a cool strat, especially when you are up against some kind of invisible hero. Being allowed to mana drain, even mana drain against a hero like Tinker is very strong. I hear a heal as well, global heal coming through. Bone Fletcher picks off Chen. Nice little gank. They're looking for the kill. Do they have detection of any kind? I see nothing. Smoke? Tower? Nothing. So, that is the nasty thing about Clinkz, man. Grabbing them solo kills. Finding Chen in the jungle. It's going to be a Darkshore Warlord. We'll see if he steals this one. He's got about 17 seconds cooldown. Here comes the gank. There's the Gush. Couple more hits from Clinkz. Another good 4-step. Blink through. Going for Cinder. He does get shackled. Hex. Couple last hits. Tide Ravage as well, but it looks like he will get picked off. Queen of Pain drops. Tide down as well. There's the Dust. He really wants his kill. The laser's used, but not going to have a Roar coming. He's going to be able to run away with Max Skeleton Walk. He is so fast. So, good escape from Clinkz.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Sorry about that, guys. My nose is a little stuffed up. I blame allergies. So, anyways, it looks like somebody TP'd out. I'm not sure who that was. Tide just respawned. I think that was Nature's Prophet, maybe. He's got his mech finished, so he's doing okay at this point. 15-minute mech is not terrible. Plus the Hand of Midas, of course. If we look at his GPM itself, it's probably pretty high. 347 is not bad. He's been farming a lot, has come through for a couple ganks. He's about to hit level 11, which is also cool, especially compared to these other heroes. He's actually just about more leveled than everybody else. Being able to pick up his next level ulti gives it more damage, lower cooldown as well, so it's going to be very important. Allows him to do a little bit more contribution in the game. Something that's kind of cool. See, that's basically the nicest thing about Hand of Midas. The gold is okay. I mean, yeah, it gives you more gold over time, but also accelerates your EXP a lot. And if you're in the jungle, this can really boost up the gold and the EXP that you're earning. Now, Tide's going to find an illusion. There's a little bit of bot push coming. A little bit of March of the Machines. We do still have an Orchid up. We might see a TP out. There's the Surge, but he's not going to get the kill. He does TP out in time. Didn't even use the Orchid there, but it doesn't matter. He wasn't going to get the kill anyways. Coming after the Beastmaster. Beastmaster going to try to TP out. There's the Silence. Couple more hits, and that's going to be fine. Gush went to stop him anyways. Would have needed a Ravage, so... One nasty thing about playing Clinkz is that everybody can just TP out. If your damage isn't high enough, they just leave. In the meantime, Tinker pushing the top lane. He's now up to level 11, carrying a Dust with him everywhere. Smart decision. So one nice thing about playing against the Clinkz is you can just use Dust. You don't have to worry about using something like, I don't know, Sentry Wards. You can't remove it any way easy, similar to, unlike a hero like Weaver. And bot tower is going to get denied here. Tinker will be picking that off, so... A little bit of map control will be applied. A slight amount of gold going to DTS as a result, but the graph very, very up and down at the moment. So it looks like Western Wolves has taken a slight advantage, but either way... Necro 2 picked up on Queen of Pain, so she's still sitting pretty good. I kind of wish she had a little bit more HP. She has been bursted down pretty easily. We'll go in on Tinker now. Looking for the Shackle, not going to get it, but a great 4-step from Shoxka. Helps keep him alive against the Clinkz thus far. Ooh, did waste this invisibility there, unfortunately. Bracer up on Windrunner, so it looks like she's going to go for a Drum of Endurance, especially because Nature's Prophet already has the mech up. This is the decision that they made at the start of the game. They said, Windrunner, whatever, just get stats. If whoever's doing better, basically, Windrunner picks up the Arcane Boots so that she has more mana, and then goes for a Bracer, probably will go into a Drum, which will give her a lot of damage. Not a lot of damage, but a moderate amount of damage, as well as good stats all over. So, might see a gank on Effing Mad, and he's going to end up surviving as well. So, a lot of heroes just barely making out against DTS thus far. He's going to eat a couple missiles, going to have to leave. See if he sacrifices the Necro 3s. May just leave him here. Don't really want to feed them. Not a good decision. Oh, got to find a Beastmaster, though, so... Queen of Pain stayed around a little bit too long. That could have been her death for sure. And Tread's now finished on Clinks. He's looking for creeps. He may find the Chen. See if he snags the Ursa Warrior. And there it is. Death Pact, invisible immediately. Maiko on Kebab. He doesn't notice. Are we going to see the damage? Here comes the Orchid. There's the silence. Couple hits. Might take Courier as well. No, doesn't take Courier. There's the Mech Pop. Kebab's actually going to survive. Nature's Prophet ulti gets it, though. Just barely. I thought maybe he'd go for it. I hear a Ravage somewhere. Apparently find a Shadow Shaman. What just happened? Nature's Prophet ulti. Gush, Ravage. And Shadow Shaman goes down. Not sure what that was about. He doesn't have a lot of HP, though. Just a Wand Bottle. Force Staff is great for surviving against Clinks, but not so good at tanking damage. So in the meantime, they're going to go for the Aegis. There's the TP in from Tinker. Launches missiles off. Did they even hit? I don't even see missiles launch. He's going to do the March of the Machines, though. Makes it very, very hard to sit down there. Shocks could go into the low ground. Spawns again. TP's out. And was that buybacks? I think that was buybacks. Yes, Synderen buys back for that one. Wow. Pretty expensive buyback at this point in the game, especially when you only have 872 HP. Force Staff kept him alive against Clinks, but the other heroes not so much. Now Dire Team looking like they want to take the Aegis themselves. They are jumping on it. They have an Earn Up on Beastmaster, but the charges are out. And here comes the burst. See if the Radiant Team reacts in time. Tide Ravage still in cooldown. Wards are dropped now. Effing Mad in position. He's got a Blink Dagger already. He's been doing really, really well. And the most of the Radiant Team is just not in position. I don't think they can fight this. Without a Tide Ravage, they just can't. I don't even think they're even going to try. So they will pick it off. Shadow Shaman's going to snag it. Definitely the hardest carry at the moment, at this point in the game at least. Yeah, if they don't have Tide Ravage, they don't have enough team fight. Simply put. Clinks can do pretty well against a solo hero, but that's not enough. He's also good at towers, which is something that he can do right now. We'll see if there's a glyph. Probably won't be. The tower's gone anyways. And Queen of Pain picks up the last hit, so that's going to put her up to a Necro 3. In the meantime, Western Wolves pushing up mid a little bit. No wards available for Shadow Shaman, but they can clear the creep waves quite fast. Plus, they have double Dark Troll Warlord. Very good for pushing. Skeletons actually do very comparable damage. They do as much damage pretty much as a melee creep, so they are wonderful. Little skeletons with their swords. In the meantime, DTS is pushing the top tower, trying to take the tier 2.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And a TP scroll coming to Effing Mad. Sand King will have that TP scroll coming in. Looks like they're going to try to trade here. They will be able to take out the tier 2, but DTS needs a TP back. They have to. Western Wolves is pressuring the Rex, and they are all teleporting back, so there is the March of the Machines like crazy. We have a Ghost Scepter finished for Tinker already. He's going to mess up his rearm, actually. No, he did actually get it off. Sorry, my bad. But tower taking some damage. Clinks now up to the Ogre Club. Is going for the BKB next. He really needs to pick up his magic immunity so that he can fight Synderen or these other heroes. They're actually going to go for it. There's the Sheep immediately off the bat. Laser as well. Necro 3 is spawned. Queen of Pain goes in. Epicenter does a lot of damage. Tide Ravage as well. And there's still a lot of heroes alive. Clinks drops right at the start of the team fight. Did not have his ulti up. So no extra HP for him. A lot of Sentry Wards also placed on the lane. And somebody buys back again. I thought somebody died. Unfortunately, Queen of Pain, I don't think that was a Necro 3. Maybe that was someone else's Necro. Oh, okay, it was Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet also picking up a Necro. Good item choices. Very, very strong item. Especially in the mix of giant, like, AoEs, especially like March of the Machines. If one of your melee Necros can die, or two of them can die to a Tinker, that is awesome, man. Synderen is not going to get disabled for long. He does have a Force Staff if he needs it. Nature's Prophet ulti comes through Necro 3, giving them some nice movement speed. There's a TP by DTS, and he's going to blink forward. Does get hexed. No wards, so he actually can drop wards, but he will get sent back. And the Shackle is not enough. Almost dies. That was so close. Scream of Pain going off would have been the death. Kebab going to back off as well, so... Not the best team fight for DTS. They did lose their Clinks at the start. They're still at a really good gold advantage. I'm very surprised about that. Apparently they're farming extremely well. And in terms of EXP, they're also very far ahead, so this game is actually pretty even, but not looking so good for Western Wolves. They have to win a one-sided team fight and take a Rex. They definitely still have it in them. The game is very, very close, though. Kebab going to bring in some more support items. And he's got decent creeps at the moment. Clinks, in the meantime, is in the Dire jungle, farming it up. Still pretty far away from his BKB, and Western Wolves looking like they will push again. Cooldown on Sand King ulti is just about done. Chen ulti also 20 seconds, so they can push in. Tide Ravage is not up, so that's one difference. They can go straight for the pushes a little bit more quickly. In the meantime, counter pushing by Nature's Prophet. Tinker's going in, so Western Wolves is getting ready to initiate. They have all of their ultis up. Tidehunter still 33 seconds cooldown. Wards dropped on the high ground. Great play from Western Wolves. And Sand King going invisible outside of range, so he does not get disabled if he does go for a channel. Look at the March, man. The March is killing everything. Power Shot trying to slow things down. Death Pact is used on the Wildkin. And Bone Fletcher now up to 1900 HP. They will be able to kill the wards. But this is getting close, man. A couple more times of that, and the tower is going to go down. Maybe even the next one. We'll see. And MTW and or Western Wolves, whatever you want to call them, are going to back off once again. That's one nice thing about Chen, though. He does boost the HP of his creeps, so that if Clinks snags those creeps instead of the regular neutral ones, they have more HP than they should. But Clinks is going to find effing mad. We'll see if he goes in. Another Ghost Scepter picked up by Sand King. Smart decision. Does go invisible just briefly. There's the power shot. They need to initiate. He's going to blink out. Here comes. There's the random stun. Good call. Finds him. Shackle is one. They have a gem or something. They're going to go on Bone Fletcher, and they're going to pick him off right off the bat. Huge play. Necro 3 coming in as well. And Kebab trying to trade hits here. Looks like he maybe did steal a Necro Warrior. Yes, he did. Melee Necro Warrior. Stun come through on Free Winner. Going to miss. Heal now by Chen. Tide finally puts the Ravage down. Synderen in a lot of trouble. There's the ulti. Cleans up Synderen. Clink's still dead, though. And a nice shackle on Funzy. Queen of Pain hops in. Single target damage coming through. Trying to pick off the Beastmaster. He's going to try to TP out. He's going to make it, I think. Yes, he does make it. Epicenter doing good damage, but not nearly as one side of a team fight as DTS wanted. So, in Nature's Prophet trading with the melee. Necro 3 gets 100 gold from that one. But they could have picked off a couple more heroes, perhaps, but unfortunately they were not able to. Great TP out from Beastmaster. He survived that. Queen of Pain had no stuns, so... And we'll see what she grabs next. She's up to 2k gold now. Could do a Linken's, could do a Sheep Stick, could do an Aghanim Scepter. Always want to fly, gonna go farm the top lane in the meantime. He's gonna buy... That's actually his bracer on the shop. Trying to make... Ooh, Tinker. Is that... Yeah, that was Tinker. Tinker wanted to kill. That would have been a kill. Tinker wanted that. He was like, I want to kill you. He's actually going to TP in still. Might be able to get this. No, he's just going to spawn, so. Laser Missile would have been pretty dangerous for sure. And then he's going to leave. Push the creep wave out. A lot of Ghost Scepters on the Dire team. Very smart item choices. Chen really needs one. Luckily his armor's pretty good from the mech, of course, but... So Goldgraf looking a little bit higher for the Radiant team's favor. They're going in on somebody. Gonna miss the stun barely on Bone Fletcher. He did just use Death Pack, so his HP and damage are very high. Up to 2k. Still no Black King Bar inside. He keeps dying at the start of the team fights. Being a little bit too aggressive here. And Free Winner on the bot lane. Hanamite is ready to go. May save that for the team fight. Trying to shut down Chen creeps. Chen actually doesn't have that many creeps. He just has a Centaur at the moment. And here comes the push in from Western Wolves once again. They need to take a Rax pretty soon. Here's Shackle trying to get lucky. Not going to find one. Nature's Prophet ulti doing a ton of damage, but the wards are dropped. A couple ranged hits. Got to kill these as fast as possible. If the tower goes down, you will not have your detection. And there they go. All of them are picked off. Tower's still up with 133 HP. They probably will not deny this until it's the last second. Got to keep that up for the map vision. And Western Wolves will not back off, so their cooldowns are down. Cinder not able to ward again for another 90 seconds, so this may give DTS more space to farm. We have a Veil up on Windrunner. Weird. Okay. Go for it, man. Nature's Prophet TPing in. See if we jump on one of these guys. Queen Pain goes forward. Looking for the kill. Kill the Greater Hawk immediately. Power shot. Ulti coming in from Effing Mad. He's going to blink in. Does the damage. He's going to pick off Red Star. He goes down. Queen of Pain dropped right off the bat. A couple more nukes. Nature's Prophet going in deep. But in a lot of trouble now, surrounded by 4 heroes. There's the Tide Ravage catching 3 heroes, and it looks like, yes, Sand King goes down right off the bat. Synderen may drop as well. He does have a 4-stat, but he's going to try to make it out. A couple more nukes, goes down the low ground, and the Gush gets the kill. So that's 2 heroes dead for Western Wolves now. They traded. Oh, all right. Western Wolves' ability to just murder somebody at the start of the team fight is very strong. But this time it was Queen of Pain. It was not Clinkz, and Clinkz cleaned up instead. So Queen of Pain not able to use her ulti. Did get the Necro 3 off. Bought Boots of Travel instead. So going to try to counteract the Tinker a little bit. Interesting choice, but I think this is smart. And so far it's looking really good for DTS. They're able to turtle this game out. Nature's Prophet's even going to spam his ulti, push things out just a little bit to try to counteract what Tinker can do. And since he's now up to the Necro 3, they're looking pretty strong. But the Veil on Windrunner, very weird item choice. It's actually not that bad, though, if you think about it. She is an anti-hero, so this is bonus damage, man. 12 intelligence, she gets the armor and the regen, something that she doesn't have from Mechanism. And yeah, she only has one magic nuke, Power Shot, of course, but she's with the Queen of Pain. She's with the Tidehunter, so, and they even have Nature's Prophet ulti, which will be boosted up by that Veil. So it's kind of an interesting item choice. I've never seen that before, but I think it's smart. It's arguably better than a drum. I don't know if they have a drum yet. I guess if a drum would maybe be a better choice, but it does boost up their damage. It does boost up Queen of Pain damage. So if she can get that off as a semi-underfarmed Windrunner, it's arguably more contribution than a regular hero. And she's going to get the drum afterwards, so I don't know, cool. I think it's not a bad choice. She's doing 120 or 110 damage per hit, so, and it does fill her gap, so. Now, we'll see what Queen of Pain goes for next. She has lots of gold. Not a lot of gold, but 700 gold. Probably a sheep. I think a sheep would be very smart. Or Shivas. Either one. Maybe a BKB. Oh man, I killed my sneeze. I almost didn't mute in time. And then I realized I misclicked, and I was about to sneeze, and then I was scared, and then I stopped sneezing. It was really awesome. Cool story, bro, right? Alright, Pipe is up on Tidehunter, so he will be able to survive them. Ulti, here comes the TP in from Tinker. TP in from Queen of Pain as well. He actually canceled that one out. He was a little scared how close that was at the tower for good reason. Tower is going to get not denied. Good attempt, but not able to grab it. And missiles are burning through here. Going to do a little bit to Windrunner as well as Nature's Prophet. And sentries are down. Clinkz going to have to be very careful. Does he have a neutral? He actually is not on cooldown. He does BKB up though. That is huge. And Western Wolves backs out. So they take their last tower. The last outer tower at least. A slight drop in the gold graph. But still, in Radiant Team's favor, DTS still in the advantage. Pops the smoke. Ooh, they don't have vision. They had a sentry ward in position, but they did not have obs. They do see Nature's Prophet, though. Oh, God, they have so many sentries. Look at this. Freaking sentries everywhere, man. Wow, look how much money they just spent. That was 500 gold. They literally just dropped 500 gold for that one push. Was that worth it? I'm going to say probably not. Probably not. They're, like, really worried about Clinkz doing something nasty there. And nothing happened. They just let the tower fall. I mean, that's like half of the gold they just gained as a team by killing the tower. And there's 5 sentries that are going to time out in 3 minutes. I don't know. That was a weird call. I don't know who spent that money. That was effing mad. I mean, I guess he doesn't need the money too much. He's got pretty much everything that he needs for the rest of the game, but can always farm more. He could have a Veil. He could have an Aghanim Scepter. Who knows? Now, Synderen up to an Ogre Club, so is getting closer to his BKB. Still about 900 gold away. In the meantime, Nature's Prophet still farming. Clinkz doing the same. Level 16 now. He has been slightly shut down this game. There's the gold per minute. 377 for Clinkz. 427 Nature's Prophet. 373 Queen of Pain. And for the Dire team, not looking as good. Tinker at 421 and 345 on Synderen. But everybody else is below 300. And looks like Clinkz gets killed on the mid lane. That was a sentry ward. Where did he die exactly? Yeah, it died right here. So, is there a gem up yet? Nope. Just sentry wards. So that one pays off. You know, part of the reason they dropped this many wards is they were hoping that Clinkz would be aggressive, and if Clinkz gets out of position and gets killed solo, they could take a wreck. So that is why they dropped so many sentries. But might see a team fight. There's the pipe pop for Tidehunter. He's going to get a perfect Ravage off. It's actually only going to catch 2 heroes, and they might be able to pick out Beastmaster. A couple more hits, and he's going to pop the heal. He does end up dying. Synderen dropping wards as well, though, and effing mad doing the epicenter, but apparently not doing as much damage as I thought he would. Veil has been used, reducing magic resistance. Synderen taking some decent hits, but Windrunner drops down. Another Gale happens, and it's actually 2 heroes currently missing. Nature's Prophet going to pick off, something picked off that melee creep, and always want to fly now, running away. There's the Anchor Smash. Tinker comes back in. Tinker possibly buying back. There's the laser. He drops. 3 for 2 there. Not the best team fight for DTS. Clinkz was dead at the time. Did they really want to fight that? Roshan is still up. So I guess they did prevent the Roshan from happening. They were hoping to win that team fight single-handedly. And then from there go into take the Aegis or something. But Effie and Matt is back in the mix. Treants scouting this out. And they are swinging through. They're going to try to contest this. Nature's Prophet teleports in. They know about that. Bone Fletcher's still in the low gun. Sentry wards are up, so they do see vision. Roar goes down on Nature's Prophet. He's out of position. There's a silence on Effie Mad. Couple hits. He pops his ethereal, and now he's completely changing targets. Did use Death Pact, and it looks like Effie Mad is going to get picked off. A nice little gank there. Aegis is still alive, but buybacks coming from Sand King. Nature's Prophet also buying back, so they're going to fight this one. Range creep is going to get taken out, and that was stolen. Chen, Jack in the melee. Are they going to drop wards? I don't know. 14-second cooldown. Clink's coming in. He doesn't have a BKB. He's got to be so careful. There go 3 also giving vision. Power shot doing some damage. Tinker leaving the lane. And Roshan is still at about 50%, so this is a very tense moment. In the meantime, Nature's Prophet pushing out the top lane, pressuring the Rex. TP comes back in, wards are dropped, so it looks like Roshan will fall. Radiant team, I don't think they're going to fight this. They don't have Tide Ravage, they just can't do it, so Roshan does drop a couple more missiles, and they pick that off. In the meantime, counter pushing from DTS, going towards that top lane. Tinker grabs the side of the Vice, so his sheep stick is up, and somebody grabs Aegis. It's Shadow Shaman. So Shadow Shaman going for the side, or for the Aegis. He's going to have the BKB shortly. His HP is still very low. Even if he goes Magic Immune, though, Clinks is going to be gunning for him. Clinks does, I don't know if he'll be able to do Seer and Arrow damage. I don't believe he will, but he's still going to hit really, really hard. With Death Pact up, he's obviously hitting for about 240 in damage, which is a huge amount. Now looks like Beastmaster back on the bot lane now. Still has not quite finished his pipe. He's very close. That's actually a pretty big detriment. They have a lot of magic nukes on the Radiant team. And at the very least would be able to stop something like Tide ulti damage. And it looks like Tinker wants to TP in. Queen of Pain running away. Popping the regen. Up to 3,200 gold now. Sheep Shiva's one of those items. Probably good. Aghanim Scepter would work. But I don't know if we'll see Aghanims. We could. Especially since they have a Veil. Might want to boost the damage up a little bit, but not quite sure. And Tinker going back top to stop the counter push there. But I think DTS is probably getting ready to go for a team fight. Clink's still very far away from his next damage item. And this is not usual at all for Clink's. I mean, his KD is at 3, 3, and 5. He's got 178 last hits. He's not doing bad, but he has died 3 times. And hasn't been getting as many kills as he expects to. So, was very delayed on grabbing that BKB, and as a result now has to deal with the repercussions, which is him not having a nice damage item. Tinker still not died. 6, 0, and 4, surprisingly. Tinker is usually very, very squishy, but he's doing quite good this game. Ghost Scepter plus that sheep gives him a lot of great options. And Queen of Pain possibly to push out the top lane and take a Mystic Staff of some kind, if she is going for that item choice. Gold Graph, as they sit around, is actually leveling off a little bit, so the Dire team not doing too bad, but Nature's Prophet will pop his ulti off, doing good damage. And that is a level 3 ulti, so 60-second cooldown on that one. He's up to 3,700 gold now, so he himself is getting very close to a sheep. And it looks like Western Wolves may be finally mid to push again. They definitely took a big break off, but Roshan was very important. See if Sinrid saves his BKB till after the Aegis or not. Sometimes you want to pop it before. Kind of depends on the situation. But mid will be cleared. They have great counter pushing at the moment. Another hero in position, that's going to be Shakska. No sentry wards to de-ward this one. And Treants are going to be used to scout out the jungle, so he's going to be finding, he's way too far forward though. Oh, that's scary. I am scared for Nature's Prophet right now. He was way too far forward. He's very tanky at least, but still. Clinks do a little bit of damage to the wave, and Death Pact is off, so 1,300 HP on him. Just about 14. Western Wolves looking for a sheep. Might find Queen of Pain. No, she's going to blink away. Very close. Launches the missile. And Tinker's going back to base for some reason. Going to rearm. Boosting up his mana pool. Bottle is long gone. Dust is ready to go. He is coming back in for the mix. So ultis are ready to go for every single person on every team. So it's going to be a straight up team fight. Queen of Pain saving for a buyback, I guess. Doesn't want to chance not having the gold. And Tide in kind of a weird spot. I wish he was with his team. I don't know. This is very, very risky. Very risky. He's going to come in. DTS basically wants to fight, and Tide is coming from the back, so they are going to be running away here. Sheep has been used on the Necro Warrior. Sheep now going on Red Star. Red Star's HP getting pretty low. There's the mech. There's the nuke as well. He is disabled. Might have to buy back, but it looks like, yeah, Beastmaster's going to drop. Looking for a Tide Ravage as well, but SK comes in with his Epicenter. Still no dead heroes on the Radiant team, but Nature's Prophet about to fall, and one hit does get the kill. Buybacks coming in from Tinker. He's coming in. Red Star pops the ulti, ends up dying. Going to have to buy back as well if they want to defend this, maybe. Still 2 dead on each team. And the Necro Warrior does get picked off by Cinder and pulls that into the wards. So many Necros going to each team. And M trying to go for the deny. He's doing his best. Deny that thing. And does pick it off. So there's the deny. Western Wolves going to back off for just a period of time. Most of these ultis were used. Tide ulti was a little bit late, unfortunately. And he's going to send Synderen back. So I guess Western Wolves is going to back off. Let's see how the Gold Graph affected that one. How many buybacks? That's the important part. How many buybacks were there? I wish I could scroll through this so bad, but I cannot. I think Tinker bought back. Or he teleported back to base in the middle of the team fight. Also a possibility. I don't think Clinkz died. I think it was just Queen of Pain as well as Nature's Prophet. They all stayed alive for a very long period of time. Throughout the Epicenter even. It was pretty risky throwing the Tide around, but it ended up working out okay. Not that it really profited, it was pretty neutral. Tide may have been able to get a better pipe off if he was chasing with the team. It's kind of hard to say. But M back on the bot lane, 1300 gold now, still has a Veil up. We see TPs from Tinker, he's got nothing new, just that BKB, that's new I guess. TP's coming in from Red Star, trying to counter push this out with the best of her ability, but picks up the ultimate orb now. Actually did not buy back, I don't believe. I believe she did not. She saved that, so good call there. Once she picks up a sheep, ooh, might find Clinkz. There's the chase. He's going to get roared on, but I think he's going to survive this, possibly. He does go invisible. The ulti is being used from SK, so it's slowing him down enough, and he actually is going to get picked off, I think. Wow, great play. Good decision making from Western Wolves, using the Epicenter literally just to slow down the Clinkz. Windrunner in trouble now, pops the Windrun ability. There's the pipe up on Tide. That might keep her alive for a little bit more time. There's a Gush. A couple more hits. BKB now by Tinker. He's going to teleport back to base. A little bit of a waste there. Shackle lands on 2 heroes. That's going to keep everybody up here. Synderen in trouble. There's the Veil now. No Tide Ravage. 17 seconds. But they might be able to get Funzy. This is a little scary. But they're going to send him back. So, actually, he might drop. Yes, they do get him. The damage from Nature's Prophet is too high. And maybe looking for a TP on Kebab. Not a good team fight so far from DTS. Or for Western Wolves. And there's the Shackle. Finds Kebab. Steals. Oh my god, the damage. Death Pact being used there, boosting up Clinkz's hit points and damage. Did he buy back? Yeah, Clinkz did buy back there, so ugh. But they will be able to turn this into a push. 2 heroes dead, neither of which have buybacks, so DTS will be able to take tier 2 mid. In the meantime, Nature's Prophet trying to push out bottom, will be ulting. Just about to finish his sheep. He is so close. I think it's about just under 6k. Yeah, there it is. He actually does have the money, so entire side of the Vice will be purchased. They're going to find Synderen as well. Not looking good for MTW here. He pops his BKB. Couple more hits, so just have to stop him from blinking out. He actually already used Force. That's his Aegis. Wards are dropped in the meantime. Effing Mad using his Ghost Scepter. But Synderen in a lot of trouble. There's a couple hits. He's got Force Staff in 5 seconds. Gush is one. Red Star going in. The disable. Synderen gets dropped. Huge mistake there. He thought for sure that they were going to push a mid or something. That was not good positioning, though. They got 2 heroes down. They were going to push or something. And he was ends up roaming in his own jungle. Gets surrounded by 4 heroes. Easy kill there. And now this push is going to be more severe. Queen of Pain buys her side the Vice. Nature's Prophet about to buy his side the Vice. And all of a sudden, DTS is going to get a huge bum rush of advantage. Clinkz looking for opportunities. Clinkz still not able to do a whole lot this game. Is outputting some mediocre damage. Some moderate damage. But primarily he has been a major focus. Western Wolves does not want to let him survive. But it's the other heroes that they're going to have to worry about now. Nature's Prophet is coming in for semi-K. They're going to get a gank off on him. They do find him next to the secret shop. It looks like he was purchasing. Is going to have buyback if he needs to. But he's going to probably sit on that cooldown. A little bit of a mistake there, but Western Wolves probably won't profit off of it. They might actually push mid. It looks kind of like they want to. And the rest of DTS up the mid. We see a gem up on Windrunner. She's going to back up a little scared about wards and things. Red Star coming back to base. Doesn't have, is on cooldown actually. And there we go. Everybody in the Dire team pushing him mid. The only person that's not here yet is going to be Synderen. He is on the way though. They have Tide Ravage, so if there's a team fight, they will have a decent advantage. And Nature's Prophet trying not to buy back. If he doesn't have to buy back, he gets a Sheep Stick. If he does buy back, his Sheep Stick is delayed by a moderate amount here. So, See if these sentry wards get picked off. Tide picking off one. And that's one problem with the Dire team. They have to live on sentries at this point. And you can deward those using a gem. So Klink's going to defend it up to 3,100 gold. 12 seconds left before Nature's Prophet gets his sheep stick. He does also have a Hand of Midas, so we'll be able to take out a creep. Kabap actually just not even bringing neutrals anymore. Doesn't want to give Klinks a chance of having a huge heal, but wards are dropped. Tower taking damage. There's the BKB now, and Tinker is going to be channeling his ulti, spamming a lot of March of the Machines, doing a good job so far. Synderen looking in for some disables, but the Tide Ravage is going to catch a lot of heroes. Shadow Shaman just gets picked off, even though he was magic immune, and effing mad coming in for the epicenter. Does channel, but he's a little bit too far away, and they might get Kabap in a second here. Looking for the Sprout, couple more hits. There's the Shackle. Kabap in a lot of trouble. Does end up going down. That's 2 heroes dead. Going after effing mad now. Shackle in 5 seconds, disabling his Blink Dagger at the very least. And might get some training. They do get Nature's Prophet, but a couple more hits on Shoxka by the Klinks, and he goes down. That's 3 heroes dying. Nature's Prophet buys back. Apparently didn't even buy the Ultimate Orb. And they're actually going immediately for the top lane with Red Star. Smart decision making here. Tinker is going to TP on in. We'll see if they can take him out. Does do one sheep on Queen of Pain, looking for another possibly. There's the missile. There's the laser. Picks off the kill. A little bit of a mistake from DTS. Maybe should have just pushed bottom instead. Take the easy kill. Windrunner finds a Sand King. Apparently was still chasing him. Just now gets the kill. Wow. It's a long chase. And now they're still going to push top. There's 3 heroes dead. Sand King dead for 53 seconds. No team fight coming from him. Klinks has enough. Plenty of money for buyback. And Nature's Prophet still... What happened to those? That was really weird. Treants did not spawn there. He was not late. He went for it. There's a Roar. Gonna catch Free Runner. He does have a mech, as well as a Necro 3. Hopefully he gets him off in time. There's the mech. He does throw that down. Klink's looking for some damage, but DTS backing up just a little bit. Couple more hits coming through. Urn is way larger than it was there. The rest of the Radiant team will back off, so they still have a good advantage. Goldgraph is going in their favor, but it's very close at this point. Last hits so far. Tinker sitting at 300. Not as high as I expected to be. The rest of the Radiant team doing very well, though. 229 on Klinks, 143 Windrunner, 237 Queen of Pain, and 262 on Nature's Prophet. Their lowest farmed hero is 107 on Tide. Their farm is very, very well spread out. And Roshan is up. He's got a cheese as well, so this is where the next fight will be. Klink's going to go pick up a Demon Edge, most likely. Butterfly would also be pretty good. But probably a Daedalus. Usually he goes Daedalus after this, but I'm not really sure what he's going to snag this game.
Invisibility.
Chen going to find an invisibility in the meantime, though. Decent items. Synderen has been a little bit too squishy this game. That's the main problem. He died a couple times early, wasn't able to get to his main tank items fast enough, and now Klinks can just right-click him. His armor is too low. He's down to 8. He does eat a Nature's Prophet ulti, so they do know that there's a ward up. How did they have vision? Oh no, that was a Treant, sorry. Treant given vision there. And there we go. Scythe of Ice now up on Nature's Prophet, so 2 sheep sticks for the Radiant team looking to use smoke, and they do actually utilize that. Do they have the gem still, or did they lose that? Looks like they do still have the gem up on Windrunner. Dire team in position. I would love to see them just swing around, go for straight team fight. Might run right into Western Wolves. There's the sheep. There's the silence as well. Great counter stun by Effie Managed. Might keep alive. He pops the BKB. Now Hex on Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain in a lot of trouble. Might end up going down looking for a Shackle. There's the Ward Trap. Red Star in a lot of issue. And Cinder may be able to pick him off. Still no heroes dead. There's the heal. Red Star blinks out, takes a couple more hits. Down to 64 HP. He's going to barely survive. I can't believe it. Tide Ravage now. And Sand King goes down. Necro 3. DTS's Nature's Prophet still looking for a chase, but they picked off Sand King, and Queen of Pain survived. I can't believe it. That was so close. That was literally a magic wand worth of HP difference that kept him up. Wow. That was so huge. He didn't have buyback either. And now DTS may be able to take the Roshan. Since Sand King is dead, you're not going to have an epicenter there. They've been winning 5v5 team fights. If SK isn't there, not going to be looking good for them. Klink's doing huge damage from range using Strafe as well. We'll see if MTW and the rest of Western Wolves can defend this. There's the March of the Machines coming from Tinker. Big nukes on M. Windrunner might go down here. Doesn't even get to use the Veil, perhaps. 4 staff away. There's the ulti from Queen of Pain now going on a solo hero. And always want to fly in the low ground, taking big hits. Bone Fletcher in the mix, looking for Kabap, but he did use the Ghost Scepter. BKB used as well. Shackle Shot not going to land. Leads that Shackle Shot. And looks like Red Star wants the attack. He does get hexed. Looking for Shackles. Well, big mistake. They're not worth it. Went way too aggressive there. They needed to just back off. He did not. That was a huge mistake. I think Western Wolves is going to be able to take the Roshan now in the meantime. Radiant team still pressuring though. But I think they're going to get this. I think they're... Without Tide Ravage, it's just too hard to take it. Not to mention Dire Advantage, man. Tinker on the high ground, dropping the March of the Machines is so frustrating. They do a Dust as well, just in case that Clinks was there. And Cheese gets picked off by Tinker, so... Tinker will have a full heal that he can use in a team fight. There's a Demon Edge now for Clinks. We'll see if he goes for MKB or saves buyback. I think buyback is going to be the way to go, but he might go aggressive. And he is going to buy it. Wow. Goes straight for the MKB. So, wow. Aggressive item choice. He's not going to have buyback. Has to play very careful. I'm sure his BKB is the low duration. Yeah, it's down to 5 seconds already. Very, very low duration. But he does have not only True Strike, which means he hits straight through any evasion. Not that they have any evasion. But mini bashes as well. Could be huge. Can disable Shadow Shaman if he's shackling, stuff like that. And the amount of damage he's going to put on now is going to be very, very strong. So... Interesting that he went MKB instead of Daedalus. I would have thought he would have gone Daedalus for the crit possibilities, but MKB is also very, very good. So mini bashes will be nice. If Shadow Shaman shackles somebody, he can disable that. So, anyways, if we look at the graph, we're up to 20k advantage now for the Radiant team. Pretty heavy. It's actually a very large margin. Very long, drawn-out game, though. Oh, I'm sorry, that was that EXP? That was EXP, sorry. So that's a 20k EXP advantage. Very strong EXP advantage for the Radiant team. It keeps going up because they are breaking even on team fights. And Gold Graph, very close still. Very, very close. Here comes the resume. And the resume on the way. Shoxka still pushing out the bot lane a little bit. Ursa does get picked off. Clinks will continue farming. Needs to get up buyback gold. That's very important. TP scroll on the ground. And Tidehunter going to pick up an Ogre Club. Is he going BKB? You could actually go BKB. Something like a... You know what would also be really good is maybe something like Heaven's Halberd. They don't really have a hard carry. It's probably a little bit of a waste, but... It's probably going to grab a BKB. He's just tanking up, basically. Getting a little bit of damage out of it as well. His attack speed is not terrible, so... The rest of the team staying very, very close. Very important. If one team fight goes bad, the game can be lost. Nothing new on Red Star. Still 1800 HP. I would like to see maybe a BKB up on her. She keeps getting ward trapped and killed by Synderen, or almost killed at least. That was so close. And Synderen was actually the one to pick up the Aegis. I didn't point that out, but that's very interesting. And DTS playing it very, very safe. They know they have the gold advantage. They still have the EXP advantage. It's actually swinging a little bit back down, but it's going to be so tough for them to win these team fights. Both teams being very, very safe. They know, man, there's a dust. It is going to be used on all the Chen creeps as well. Those are just graphical errors, guys. And in the meantime, Shoxka buying a Shivas now. He is doing obscene amounts of contribution in every team fight. Going to cast a Scythe of Ice as well as a Shivas Guard every time that he rearms. Every single time that he rearms, man. 200 AoE damage, reduces movement speed by 40% for 4 seconds. It's a very, very good item. Oh, Blink coming through, looking for the stun. Not going to get it off Red Star. There's the Blink pass. That would have been really close. Wow. If that stun landed, Synderen was catching up with haste, would have had a Hex Shackle and the TP in from Tinker. That could have been the team fight loss right there. Looking for the Sable, gets the Hex off on Shoxka. Looking for Bone Fletcher as well. BKB is really late. Tide Ravage goes down though. Bone Fletcher making a giant mistake there. Shoxka looks like he's going to survive. He might have to buy back. He's still being healed. I can't believe he's still up, but he finally goes down. Queen of Pain, low HP there. And oh my gosh, Nature's Prophet dies. That's 2 heroes dead for the Radiant team. This is such a terrible mistake. I don't know what Clinks was doing, man. Looking for Shackle on Tinker. He has used the cheese. Did we see Shadow Shaman die at least? No. No Aegis down. Do we have buybacks on any of these guys? Nothing. Oh my gosh. We're going to see Western Wolves possibly take a Rax. They're very low HP though. Might shift towards the mid lane. That tower is already missing, but oh my gosh, man. He didn't pop his BKB. He didn't. He ran in here. He stood there. And then he got chain stunned. He didn't BKB. I can't. He made that mistake, and that's why they lost that team fight. Didn't have any damage output from his MKB. Doesn't have buyback at this point. It's going to be a glyph up, but they have about 35 to 40 seconds. They're going to lose at least one Rax here. They probably don't want to fight until everybody's up. But there's the melee barracks. There's the range. We'll see if they go towards. Radiant team calls defend top. Red Star will try to slow this down a little bit, but there is more spawnage of machines. Level 24 Tinker, and everybody's up. I think they're going to get double Raxed right now. That is not where you want to lose team fight, man. A one-sided team fight. Losing 3 heroes like that right next to one of your towers. And they're going to hold off the mega creeps, but that's it. One mistake, man. Bounty Hunter, if he would have possibly gotten his BKB off, would have right-clicked down the Clinks, or Tinker. Tinker at the start of the team fight, that might get Red Star, no. If Tinker would have just died at the start of the team fight, he could have bought back, I guess. But there's going to be a Hex. They might go on him. Looking for Shackle. Necro 3 is spawned. He is going to pop his BKB, looking for the TP out, but the physical damage is huge here. And he does get picked off, so that's going to force him to buy back. Loses a lot of gold there. Very expensive buyback. He was at 4K. That was a 2,400 gold mistake dying right there. 2,400 gold. That is so huge. Anyways, back on the mid lane. There's still a gem up on Windrunner at least. Smoke coming. And now they have to put a lot of effort into defending their pushes. They're the ones that now have to be aggressive. They can't just delay the game any farther. And the gold graph is still equal as hell. Clinks just really has not been able to hard carry this game, surprisingly. He got his damage item way too late. The MKB at like 45 minutes or something like that. His farm was good, but he just didn't get enough kills in the teamfights, which is the main issue. And as they continue to push out their lanes, they are going to probably have to try to pressure Rax. They have to equal up the Rax advantage. Otherwise, there's no way they're going to come back from this. The game's not over, though. Smoke is going to be used. It's going to be 3 heroes looking for a little bit of a ganking squad. We'll see if Tinker TP's in the mid lane. Clinks is also going to be in position. In the meantime, Tinker's actually going to be bottom, so we'll see if they actually counter push or not. He is going to teleport back to base. See if he goes mid. The rest of the Radiant team is going to back off. They are going to be looking for a team fight in the jungle. Sheep is finished on Synderen, so there's going to be another disable for him. And Smoke to see does burn off. There's Kabab looking for the disable Hex. Shackle's going to catch 2. So huge. Kabab taking some nukes. Might be able to pick off the ulti. No, there's the heals from Kabab. Tide blinks in. Ravages. Pretty huge. Red Star going low HP, though. And a Shackle Hex. He needs that BKB up. And Queen of Pain is going to go down. Beastmaster now dropping. Tidehunter gets trapped in wards. And that is 2 heroes actually dead on the Dire team. Radiant still not losing anybody. Going in after Shoxka now. There's the disable on Tinker. Couple more disables. There's the slow. He doesn't have his BKB. Gets silenced and a couple more hits. I didn't think he's going to go down. He does drop. Is dead. This is their time, man. 3 heroes dead. Nobody from Radiant team goes down. Effie Mad blinks through. There's the disable coming through. And Shadow Shaman even being cleaned up by Windrunner. DTS winning a huge team fight now. Effie Mad going invisible for just a second. There's a Scream of Pain coming for the blink. And a TP in from Nature's Prophet. And a couple more hits. And he is going to drop here. They may end up taking the bot racks at this point because they're already here. They could actually probably backdoor this tower. It's technically a backdoor because these creeps are not caught up. But somebody's going to have to go back and defend. It's going to be Windrunner. And as well as Queen of Pain. If the Raxes were not down, man, that could have been a Rax to them right now. This would have been a Rax for sure. Easy 1 Rax advantage. Clicks, backdoor that shit, man. Go for it. What are you doing? I don't know why he's being a little scared, but he could backdoor that fine. But I guess he's going to take the creeps first. Doesn't want to lose too much HP. I feel like it's not time to last it. I feel like it's time to take Raxes. And I don't even know if they're going to get a Rax, man. They're going to take a tower here, but that was a huge advantage possibility. TP comes in. I guess they're going to keep going. Queen of Pain. Low regen, but can't push. She really needs a BKB, man. She really needs... She must have bought back, because I remember she died. She did die. So Queen of Pain died, must have bought back. And Nature's Prophet coming in as well. Necro 3 is being spawned from both teams, actually. See who picks up that one. Queen of Pain actually snags it. Or someone. Nature's Prophet, maybe. Not quite sure. But there's the tower damage. Clinks from the low ground to big hits. He definitely has buyback gold at this point. Melee Barracks is going to fall. Range Barracks as well. Probably will. Tinker SK is still dead. And Western Wolves unlikely to want to go for this. Are they going to go for a double? Clinks is actually looking to be aggressive. Does a little bit of damage to the mid tower. And then leaves. Kind of a smart little choice, though. Just does a couple 100 points of damage. SK looking for a stun. BKB is used by Clinks. He will be going invisible any second here. It's a 5-second cooldown. Spamming it for stuff like that is not a big deal. Our 5-second duration, the cooldown is only about 50 seconds, so.
Invisibility.
And any new items, gold graph, back up to the Radiant team's favor. Win a one-sided team fight, finally take a Rax. Kind of a weird situation though. Bot lane is going to push for the Radiant team. The other two lanes push for the Dire team. So no equal lane situation, but that was probably the best Rax to take at the time because they also got a tower, so. There's the CS numbers if you guys are curious. M doing a nice job, counter pushing, power shot. Pretty low cooldown, so it's pretty easy for her to push. Obviously does not kill the creeps, but continuing to get EXP and gold here. Is Queen of Pain anywhere close to BKB? Still needs 1,000 gold. She really needs the magic immunity, seriously. There's so many sheeps in the game that this is definitely the point where you need to be able to have, just ignore that stuff, so. What's Tidehunter have? Still an Ogre Club, nothing new. Just all the items there in case I'm missing anything. Nothing new on Tinker. Sand King looks about the same. And Necro 3 has been up on Beastmaster, but we did see that in action. So, I think that's it. I can't see any new items. A lot of people saving for buyback, for good reason. Buyback at this point is more important than having a new item. If you make one mistake, if you get caught out of position, you die for nothing. That's oftentimes the difference, so. Alright, Western Wolves playing it very safe at this point. Everybody's sitting back and pushing up the mid lane a slight amount. And Queen of Pain now 2k HP, level 23, up to 3k gold. Tinker farming the neutrals a little bit. One of the few heroes that can actually do this safely when the lanes are pushing. Bot lane's still pushing out, but of course, mega creeps, man. 64 damage per ranged creep. Roshan is up. He's gonna have a cheese. As you guys can see, those push lanes. Top lane taking some pressure though, and this is the problem with DTS. Luckily, they did take one Rax. That's gonna free up a little bit of space. Might force the Dire team back, but they can actually just wait this out now. Since Western Wolves does have the Rax advantage, that means that DTS can't just sit around and wait until something to happen, or until somebody gets out of position. They have to push out their lanes severely, force a team fight, and take the Aegis, if that's their decision that they want to go for. I still think they could win a team fight even if Western Wolves takes the Aegis as well as the cheese, but it's not going to be easy. They still don't have a jump up, lots of sentry wards everywhere, a lot of sentry wards. And good positioning. They're gonna, if the Radiant team comes to fight, they would all be trapped here, or at least be engaged here. And a lot of smoke. So we'll see if DTS comes in for the push now. Top lane is still taking a lot of damage, but they can always Nature's Prophet ulti. It's actually on cooldown, so looks like he is saving his hand to mice, but he should be using this at this point. Chen hasn't really been snagging a lot of creeps thus far for the rest of the game, so he's been trying to solo. So I'm sure he's microing to the best of his abilities at this point. But more sentry wards up. Tinker wants to be on the high ground, that way he can march the machines right here, and it'll just completely cover the Roshan area. And the Radiant team looking for an option. They are going to spot the Greater Hawk, possibly. There's the Sprout, so they realize the HP of everything. Power Shot does land nicely. Very, very important. I think Trees actually gave vision for that one, so. But now that the Greater Hawk is dead, Western Wolves does not have a vision advantage. At least not a whole lot. But look at this creep wave coming in. DTS is going to have to go back. Somebody's going to have to go back. There's the ping. And who's it going to be? They might just try to teamfight Rax, I guess, but they still have some Moonwells up. Those will tank the damage. It buys them some time. Spreads the creep wave out as well. They could still teamfight if they want to. They're thinking about it, man. Still a lot of posturing. One mistake, this game could be over for both of these teams. Goldcraft now 10k in advantage of DTS, but it's a very small 10% advantage. And now the tier 4 towers are going to take a lot of damage. Somebody has to go back. They have lost their time. Creep wave will respawn. That'll tank up a little bit, but oh my god, Bone Fletcher's going to go for it solo. The rest of the team trying to defend. Oh, someone's going to get caught. Force staff forward, another March of the Machines. Is he still doing the damage? No, he gives up on it. Roshan backs out once again. He actually completely backed out. Was going for a death pact, so doesn't want a chance getting caught down there with only 1800 HP. That would be pathetic, man. Up to 24. Actually accidentally hit that Satyr once, so that does lose him some HP. And now Western Wolves going in. Does notice the Roshan. Top lane still being pushed out here. Nature's Prophet, the only way that I can slow it down is Nature's Prophet ulti, pretty much. And he could hypothetically go solo push it. But he's going to continue casting his ulti to push the wave out. But it's not going to be enough. Sentry wards everywhere. Bone Fletcher on the low ground.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And their tier 4 still taking damage. It's going to fall pretty soon here. But DTS knows that they have to take the Roshan. It's very important. The tower falls. It's only one tower remaining. In the meantime, bot lane is pushing it. DTS gets the high ground advantage, so they are up on the high ground now. Might catch SK. He's thinking about going. He has a BKB up. 9-second duration, and DTS free winner is going to catch somebody. There's a Necro 3 spawn. Initiation going in. There's the Epicenter on the way. Free winner pops the mech. It's doing a decent amount of damage, but not huge. Tide Ravage catches 3. Great Shackle Shot as well. Couple last hits on Sidra, and the ulti from Queen of Pain does a ton of damage. Tinker now backing off, pops the Shiva's guard. Nature's Prophet buys back immediately, coming back in for the TP. Red Star, couple more hits, trying to pick up Shockska, but he's so survivable. Shiva's is up, but everybody on the Radiant team is still alive. Queen of Pain blinks down to the wards, ends up dying as a result, and M wants to trade, but gets sheep now and drops Gem of True Sight on the ground. And MTW getting some nice little advantage. Western Wolves, that is, getting a nice advantage at the end of the team fight. Now it's DTS retreating. Bone Fletcher comes back in, might be able to clean up. Does get stunned by SK. Hex as well, and a couple more hits. Laser Missile. Hex as well. BKB now trying to pick off the Tinker. It's going to be close as Shivas goes down. A couple more hits. Great mech from Nature's Prophet. Keeps him alive just barely. And Cinderin drops down. I can't believe it. It looks like DTS is going to win the team fight. In the meantime, Windrunner back at the base. Kebab taking a couple more hits, and Bone Fletcher survives. I can't believe it. They are going to go for Aegis. They might go for Throne. There's still 3 dead. Tinker is alive. SK is up. Windrunner defending the top in the mid lane. What a close game so far. DTS should be able to take the Aegis. Should be able to. They have a nice hero advantage. Bone Fletcher's HP is a little low, so he's going to have to be careful. Somebody else will have to tank this, but range damage coming through. Tinker trying to counter push in the meantime. But Windrunner is here to slow things down with the power shot, so TP comes in, SK burrow strikes through, there's the silence, gonna change targets, the pipe has popped, a couple more hits on Effing Mad, he pops his BKB, but it's late, and a couple more hits, Clinks gets him, Clinks picks off the hero. Tinker in the mix somewhere, he actually TP's back to base, a little bit of March of the Machines, but once again, using the ulti on a Necro 3, and there it is. Radiant gets the last hit, Queen of Pain picks up the Aegis, cheese on Clinks, he's actually gonna use it right away, going for the push apparently. Okay. He's got boots to travel up. I didn't notice that. Must have died in the last team fight or something. I mean, DTS was alive so much in the last team fight. So many buybacks. Buybacks everywhere, man. Queen of Pain, buyback. Tide, buyback. Nature's Prophet, buyback. Picks up a Hyperstone. Going for an AC possibly to increase his pushing power. And we might see another 5v5 team fight. Windrunner's still in the base defending, but picks up a Vlad's now. Some more aura, armor, as well as pushing power for the creeps. Kind of a cool choice. DTS backs off, so they need to push out the top lane, I think. Push the top lane out past the river. Assault Curious is purchased by Nature's Prophet. Huge armor up on him now. It's going to be very tough for him to die. Magic Nukes will get him down, but that's about it. And -5 armor applied to the enemy team, so Bone Fletcher going for a Reaver, so apparently he just wants a crap load of HP, which he definitely has. 3100 here. He's going to find a little bit of a Hawk. And pushed out by Western Wolves now. Gold Graph, 12k and climbing. It's a little bit of gold farm this game. Oops. And last hits themselves. 300 on Clinks. We have 343 Queen of Pain, 450 Tinker. Lots of people in the hundreds here. Ooh, going on Red Star. He does get ultied on. Shockska looking for another sheep, but there's a BKB up on the Queen of Pain. Tide Ravage only catching a few, but BKB's up on everybody here. Bone Fletcher changing targets, gets roared, taking big damage. His BKB is off cooldown. He doesn't have buyback. If he dies right here, this is going to be terrible for them, but they do get Beastmaster. Nature's Prophet right-clicking now. A couple more focus fires. Cinderin get a bit sent back, but not in time. Does get dropped. Nature's Prophet barely surviving. That is such an important survive. And Nature's Prophet is going to make it out. The only hero that died was Clinks. Very, very close, though. Red Star saving his Aegis, going after Kebab. He's going to try to TP out. Great TP spot, and he's going to make it. So there's the vision. He does make it out. So what you do there, you run into the gap, you TP, and then if Queen of Pain tries to click here, it makes sure it says, oh, I can't go through, this is blocked, I'm going to have to run around. So very smart play. And Kebab going to defend the bot lane slowly. He doesn't have very good options for that. In the meantime, Queen of Pain pushing up. Wants to threaten the tier 4 towers. Possibly will be able to take mid as well. With the creeps in, they could just go for the back door. I think they're going to go for the... Oh my god, the throne. The throne. It has no towers left. I can't believe it. It's taking damage. They don't have a glyph. Good game is called. That's it. That's it. DTS is going to take the win. They won the team fight, go through the bot lane, and they go straight for the throne. Wow. That's it. 66-minute game, guys. I didn't realize those towers were gone. I thought they were going to try to take a Rex, but they went straight for it. DTS versus Western Wolves. Best game I've casted all week. Wow. That was good. What a fun game. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. What an awesome game. I'm going to put that one on YouTube for sure. That was too good to pass up. You can share that with your friends after the fact. And we still have another game. We still have another game to come. So, yeah, this is for Star Series. Once again, my name is Purge. Go check me out on YouTube, youtube.com/PurgeGamers. And, of course, go to ghostofgamers.net for all of your esports coverage. Thanks for being here. That was awesome. Really fun game. All right, I'll be back in just a second, guys. With more game. I believe we have Dignitas versus Western Wolves or something. So we'll see the Dire team once again perform. But can Dignitas take them down? DTS, great game, but really fun to watch. Alright. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back in a second.